Imagine if I told you there's a way to get rich by using the system against itself.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory, right?
But it's not. I'm talking about the same rules you hear all the time. The ones that push you to go into debt, to pay everything in installments on your credit card, to finance a car over 60 months and think that's normal. Those rules that were programmed to keep most people trapped in bills, fees, and interest are exactly the same ones the rich use to quietly, silently, and continuously build their wealth. While you don't even notice. While you struggle to pay off your credit card each month, there are people making money off your effort and lack of information. The cruelest part? The system was designed for exactly that, to keep you running after a paycheck while a few control the game. And worse, most people don't even realize they're playing a game they don't know the rules to. But those who understand, those who truly see how it works, turn the tables. In this video, I'll show you how to stop being a pawn used and exploited and start playing like a king, deciding the moves. But first, so you don't miss any strategy I'm about to reveal, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because what you'll discover today no one teaches you at school, university, or on the news. Get ready, because what I'm about to reveal can completely change how you see money, work, government, and the system around you. And who knows? Maybe this video is exactly the one that starts changing your financial life. The system was designed to control you. From early on, we're taught that life has a correct script. You're born, study, get a job, finance a house over 30 years, plan private pensions, pay taxes without questioning, accept abusive fees, and hope to rest when you're old. The problem is this formula was carefully designed to enrich those who created the system, not those who take part in it. While you work 30, 40 years paying interest, taxes, and fees you don't even notice, the money you generate feeds the engines of banks, governments, and big companies who really control the game. Every purchase in installments, every credit approved without reading the fine print, every automatic payment is another cog turning in favor of the rich. Traditional financial education, what's taught at school, on the news, and even in corporate talks, is made to keep you comfortable, never free. It's a manual for you to keep serving the system without realizing you could break these rules. Most don't even realize they live just to pay bills, and the next month brings new debts, new charges, new interest, while true wealth building is far from this cycle. The rich, on the other hand, use the same rules but in the opposite way. They invest before spending, accumulate assets before buying liabilities, and use the system itself to multiply money silently. While you buy things that lose value, they buy assets that put money in their pockets each month. And the worst part is this strategy isn't hidden. It's right before your eyes, but no one teaches you how to see it.
How the rich evade the system.
While the average person does everything to buy the latest smartphone in 24 installments, finances a car that loses value every year, and celebrates more credit card limit as if it were a gift, those who really understand the game do the opposite. They don't put money into liabilities. They make liabilities pay for themselves. This is called financial leverage, and if you've never heard this term, it's because the system doesn't want you to discover it. It works like this. Banks offer cheap money with lower interest rates to those who prove they know how to multiply it, and charge sky-high interest to those who only want to consume. The game starts off uneven. Smart investors take this credit, buy financed properties, rent them out, making the tenant pay the installment, interest, and still leave a profit at the end. Others take loans with controlled rates and invest in businesses or financial applications that yield more than the loan interest. In other words, they make money with other people's money. This way, they get rich using exactly the same mechanism that sinks most people. And the cruel, ironic part is the system allows it, because its creators knew few would have the courage, preparation, and financial intelligence to play this game. Meanwhile, most remain trapped in the illusion of buying status and accumulating debts, not realizing they could turn the tables if they learned to use the system against itself. Understand the tax game. Another place where the system silently claims daily victims is taxation. Here, the game is perverse because those who earn less pay proportionally more. The salaried worker, the one who wakes up early, takes crowded buses, faces traffic, and obeys rigid schedules, sees a big chunk of their salary withheld before even seeing it in their account. Income tax, social security, union fees, and other charges are deducted at the source. The result? They get a net value without realizing how much they actually paid to the government. Those who run businesses or invest know and use legal loopholes. Companies deduct expenses, pay less tax on net profits, distribute less formal salary, and reinvest the surplus. Investors use clever mechanisms: real estate funds, stocks, dividend exemptions, capital gains tax exemptions up to a limit, and tax deferrals, postponing taxes for years. While most work just to pay taxes without questioning, the rich organize their assets in a planned way, using family holdings, shell companies, investments in tax havens, asset protection, and other strategies the system allows but doesn't teach. This is not evasion, it's tax intelligence. And the difference between those who pay everything and those who structure finances well is absurd. The problem? These rules aren't taught in math class, let alone on the news. Only those who search, study, and decide to stop being pawns in this board game know them. The secret is in assets. The main difference between those who truly get rich and those who spend their whole lives broke, running after bills and counting days for the month to end, lies exactly in where they put their money. And the truth is harsh. Poor people, the middle class, and even many well-paid professionals put their money into liabilities. Things that only take money out of their pockets. It's the new car financed over 60 installments, the latest TV paid in 12, the vacation trip paid on credit card, the new smartphone before finishing paying for the previous one. It all looks like an achievement, but it's spending disguised as status. Meanwhile, those who build real wealth do the opposite. They buy assets. And assets are everything that puts money in your pocket month after month. It can be a rental property, dividend-paying stocks, business shares, franchises that run without the owner present, copyrights, royalties from songs, books, or patents. Here lies the secret no one tells you. Every dollar that enters these people's accounts first goes to an asset before being spent. They don't increase their consumption as their income grows. They increase asset generation. This creates new income streams that multiply and work for them. It's an intelligent, planned cycle that feeds itself while those who only consume remain trapped in the cycle of debt, bills, and interest. The path to wealth is not about earning more but using better what you already earn, switching liabilities for assets until your passive income exceeds your cost of living. And finally, you can free yourself from the system.
Leverage. Get rich with other people's money.
Few people truly understand the power behind financial leverage. This is one of the most potent pillars for building wealth quickly, and that's precisely why this topic rarely reaches those trapped in the cycle of paycheck and bills. Leverage is when you use other people's money, whether from banks, partners, investors, or even the government through tax incentives and exemptions, to finance projects and investments that generate more than the cost of that capital. It's like borrowing money at 10% per year and investing it in something that yields 20%, 30%, or even more. The difference between these percentages is the profit that goes into your pocket, often without needing to put your own capital at risk. Those who master this technique can multiply their assets in a few years, while most take decades to save the same amount by working. And the most interesting part? This happens all the time. In the stock market, traders and investors use leverage to increase gains. In real estate, they buy financed properties and rent them out, making tenants pay the debt while the asset appreciates. In business, entrepreneurs get capital from angel investors or funds, open franchises or startups, and use the revenue to pay the financing and still profit. But nobody teaches this in schools because the system doesn't want more people playing this game. It needs consumers who pay interest, not those who learn to become bankers using the same tools. Play by the rules, but the right way. The key to the game isn't fighting or trying to break the system, but understanding the rules it imposes and finding the loopholes where few see opportunities. Just like in chess, where each piece has a limited move but strategic combinations determine the winner, in the financial world, money also obeys laws, norms, and patterns. Those who stay on the surface, accepting everything taught, never notice the backstage moves that truly enrich discreet and silent people. While most spend everything they earn on credit cards, accumulating debt, those who understand the game use credit strategically, not to consume, but to invest. They use business credit cards, cheap lines of credit, or well-negotiated loans and apply that money into income-generating assets, paying off debt and still making a profit. While most accept paying up to 27.5% tax on their earnings, the wealthy organize their assets through holdings, companies in the name of family members, tax-exempt or deferred investments, and take advantage of every legal loophole to reduce this burden, all within the rules. True financial freedom isn't about rebelling against the system but mastering it from within, like an experienced player who knows the board, anticipates the opponent's moves, and decides actions with strategy, patience, and intelligence. The value of financial anonymity. The great millionaires and billionaires discovered a crucial secret many don't know. True wealth doesn't need to be displayed or announced to the world. While most dream of luxury cars, visible mansions, and designer clothes, the truly rich choose a completely different path. They opt for popular cars, discreet houses, and simple clothes that don't attract attention or envy. This isn't a lack of ambition, it's strategy. Because what really matters for those building solid wealth is what's behind appearances. Bank accounts growing silently, robust investments, and protected assets. This posture avoids unnecessary exposure that can attract unwanted attention, from the IRS to lawsuits and, of course, malicious envy that destroys families and businesses. Financial anonymity is a powerful form of asset protection, helping shield wealth during economic crises, political instability, or even personal conflicts. While many spend on ostentation, the millionaires who understand the system use this disguise to keep accumulating wealth away from the spotlight, ensuring their assets grow safely and sustainably, step by step, without rush but relentlessly. The power of multiple income streams. One of the biggest secrets to true financial freedom that many don't notice is that it's not enough just to earn well. You can have a high salary, but if all your money depends on that single source, the risk of losing everything is huge. Real financial stability comes from multiplying income streams, and this is a strategy the wealthy master like few others. They don't put all their eggs in one basket. Besides their salary, they create multiple streams that generate constant income. Renting properties, receiving dividends from stocks, accumulating royalties from books, music, or patents, owning businesses that run without constant presence, investing in cryptocurrencies, real estate funds, investment funds, among others. Each of these streams acts as a safety net that not only protects against unforeseen events but accelerates total asset growth. The more income streams, the lower the risk and the greater the freedom to make financial decisions without hurry or pressure. The secret nobody emphasizes is that it's not about working more but making money work for you on several fronts simultaneously so that even while you sleep, these sources keep generating earnings. This multiplication transforms the game. Instead of trading time for money, you build machines of passive income that guarantee prosperity and security in the long term.
Never trust the system promises.
Perhaps the biggest trap the system imposes is the false security that it will take care of our future, especially retirement. The reality is very different. Public social security is on the verge of collapse, with deficit accounts, aging population, and an economic scenario that only worsens. Moreover, private pension plans sold as miracle solutions are full of hidden fees that erode returns over the years, often without the investor noticing. To make matters worse, inflation acts as a silent enemy that year after year erodes the purchasing power of saved money, turning all effort into an illusory safety net. Those who rely exclusively on the government pension are, in practice, heading for modest retirement or even disguised poverty. That's why the wealthy never leave their financial life in the hands of the system. They start planning early, investing in assets that generate lifelong passive income. Rental properties, self-sustaining businesses, dividend-paying stocks, and other smart investments. This way, they build a financial structure that depends neither on the government nor banks and offers true freedom and security. Real protection against future uncertainty doesn't come from promises or third-party plans but from solid assets and multiple income streams beyond the control and influence of the traditional system. Those who understand this live peacefully, knowing their financial future is guaranteed regardless of political or economic crises. And to close, remember this phrase from Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad: "It's not how much you make, but how much you keep and multiply that makes you rich." Now you know, it's possible to get rich using the system against itself, but only if you are willing to truly study the game. So leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, because in the next videos I'll show you practically how to apply each of these strategies and build your financial freedom before the system even realizes it.